My word, what a banger to start the day. Oh my goodness. Oh, I was like, I'm not sure about this one. It might be alright. I listened to like the first, like, I don't know, 20 seconds of that song and I was like, yeah, it might be alright. Let's give it a try. Shall we? Let's just give it a try. Oh my word. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, good morning. And of course, good morning. It's March the 11th. It's a Thursday, if you can believe that. A Thursday already. It seems like only yesterday it was Monday. Where does the time go? Where does the time go? Where does time go? All very good questions, and all exactly the same question at the same time. We're going to be playing some more Breathedge this morning. I have no idea what I was just talking about. We're playing some Breathedge this morning once this decides to... There we go. There we go. We got there in the end. So yes, we're playing some more of this morning. We're going to be doing... we're not going to be doing much base building today. Because... Fuck that noise. Quite honestly. The base building in this game does not gel well with me. It might gel well with others, and it could be... That was loud. It could just be that, you know, it could just be that I haven't unlocked everything that I could possibly unlock yet, and that's why I'm having problems with the base building. But yesterday on stream I was very salty indeed about the base building. So yeah, so that's that. So we've got our crafting station up here now. We've got a couple of boxes, a couple of these suitcases, which as far as I can tell have very little in them. We need to research electrical engineer spacesuit, but I don't know if we've got this one. A roll of fabric, lead paint, and 2 aluminium. Don't think we've got any of that stuff. We've got an aluminium. And we've got paint, but we don't have any lead. So I think for the first little bit this morning, we're just going to start transferring all the stuff that we've got from the second base to this one, because this one is in a much more kind of centralized place to where we actually need to be at the moment. Because everything that we've got is either over there or over there, so it kind of makes more sense. For us to be in that area rather than all the way back over here. Diego, good morning. How are you doing? I hope you're well. Also, last session we got these new accelerators, so we can boost ourselves along a little bit longer than we used to be able to, which is very nice indeed. I hope you're well, Diego. So yeah, so we'll go and grab a whole bunch of stuff from the previous base, and we'll take it over there, because that research table is going to require us to have a whole bunch of stuff. Yeah, bit of inventory management, unfortunately. It's a little boring, but with that research table now, that requires so many different things that I think we're going to have to, because we're just not going to be, otherwise it just means a lot of journeys like this, backwards and forwards. We might as well just get it all done. Fuel, it looks like, excuse me, we might have to get some more fuel before we do anything else, because that's going to run out. That's going to run out of fuel. Right, let's, is it items, fuel? So 2 metal and 2 resin to make fuel. Oh. There's 1 resin. Let's try and see if we can make this first. There's 2 metal. And you need 1 more resin. No? No resin? Well, we need to go and find some resin. I think I know where there is some, actually. I think there's some just over here. What? I think some just here. Grabber. There we go. There we go. Oh, and my grabber broke as well, so I'm going to have to make a new grabber. Okay, items, fuel. Actually, should we make another one? Do we have the metal to be able to make another one? Metal seems to be one of these things that I just... There seems to had loads of it at one point, and it all seems to have just gone. Yeah, look, I've got no metal in there at all. Yeah, let's go and grab some metal from somewhere, and then we can refuel that. Yeah, we definitely need to get some more metal. There's some over here. Metal. Let's grab that as well. This all looks like food stuff, mostly, like the goo and the... Have we opened this one? Oh my god, we haven't opened this one. Nice. QD. I'm very in and out. I'm supporting an engineer on site this morning, but wanted to give you a look. Oh, thanks, QD. I do appreciate it. Have you found a storage solution, or is it Suitcase City? No, it is, as far as I'm aware, it is still Suitcase City. Unfortunately. Yeah. I have not found a better way of doing things just yet. Other than putting everything in a suitcase. Yeah, that's it. Like, I think I've got quite a lot of aluminium at the moment, but you can guarantee that I'm going to need a lot of aluminium for stuff, and then I'll run out, and I'll have to go and get some more of it at some point. So if I just grab as much of this as I can. There we go. That should do. Baggage handler. Yeah, essentially. That's essentially what we are at the moment. With all these suitcases. Yeah, because like, there's a couple of cupboards like this above the workstation, but they're not actual cupboards. Like, you can't actually open them, which I think is pretty stupid. But yeah, what do I know? What do I know? Alright, let's get this fuel. Let's make another one, and then that should be pretty much full up. This should be pretty much full then. Some very epic kind of orchestral music going on in there. 86. So that's gone from 56 to 86. So we shouldn't use the fuel because we won't get as much out of it as we might want. We can do a repair though. Okay. Now that's been a repair tool broken as well now. Okay, let's check out what we've got here. Do we have another? We've got another repair tool. That's fine. We've got a magnet master key for opening things. We've got a drill. We've got a scanner. We've got shears because this one's about to break. So we don't need. Oh, it was the grabber, wasn't it? It was the grabber. It was the grabber we don't have. So we need to build another grabber. So we really need, oh my god, refined metal, a battery, wire, and aluminium. Battery, aluminium. Is there any wire in there? No. There's some wire. Okay. Well, it's a good job we did get that extra metal, because we're going to need it to make refined metal for the grabber. We'll need to get another enhanced handy scrapper at some point, but for the moment, I'm not too worried. Okay. Let's see where we're at. Okay, let's take out all these encrypted tapes because we can put them all in a thing. Let's take out a nutrition thing and a bottle of water because we're going to use those, and we'll use them right now. You're a bit sad about the LGBTQIA plus peeps and the dilemma of women commentary-wise going on at the moment, but the existing commentary from the actual people in those demographics has made me feel like I can't say anything to help, so I've refrained from saying anything on Twitter. Yeah, sometimes it's better to just not say anything. Like, other than you support them. And just, you know, just go, I support you in where, like, you know, it can be difficult because you don't want to, especially with the fact that Twitter is just text, and so can sometimes be misinterpreted. If people don't have, I don't know, accompanying emojis or GIFs or, you know, just to kind of convey an emotion, it can be a little bit difficult. So sometimes it's better to not say anything at all. I think. If you're not entirely sure how to word something, it might be best to just not say anything. I know that seems a bit harsh, but well, you're damned if you do and you're damned if you don't. Like, what can you do? It's like the when all the BLM stuff was going on. It's like if you had a platform and you didn't use it to support BLM, a lot of people would be like, "Why aren't you saying stuff about BLM? Why aren't you supporting BLM? Why aren't you doing this?" It's like, what? You know, even if it was. And they were going after other black people and saying, you know, as a black person, you should be speaking up for this sort of stuff and you should be using your platform and all this kind of stuff. And it's like, well, maybe they should, but also at the same time, maybe they don't want to get involved. Like, I don't know. It's just, it's difficult. It is difficult. Absolutely. And I can't speak for everyone because I don't know about a lot of stuff. So yeah, I do what I can, and I try and support those people around me that I know and look out for. And I can't look out for everyone. I can't support everyone in the way that I'd like to, because it's just not feasible. It's just not possible. But I'll do what I can when I can, if I can. You know. But yeah, I agree that it's a tough situation to be in. Absolutely. Yeah, I don't think you should be forcing anyone to speak out on any topic. You shouldn't have to force anyone to speak out on a topic about anything, because unless you know that person personally, it could be that they don't support it. I mean, it's possible. But yeah, I mean, it could be that, you know, especially with the way that a lot of influencers work online these days, they might not want to speak out about it because they might think that it might do damage to their brand, and they might not get. John Boyega is a prime example of this. He wasn't gonna get. He got involved with the BLM stuff, and he assumed. Hey, Rise. He assumed that by getting involved with all the BLM stuff, that his career would be over. He was fortunate enough that that wasn't the case. But I'm sure there are a lot of other people who are in similar positions who feel exactly the same. Like if they get involved, their career of whatever it is that they're doing at the moment could be over. And I'm sure there's a lot of them that don't want that to happen. So it's very difficult for a lot of these sort of people to kind of get involved with stuff without the threat, well, not threat, but without the possibility of there being some kind of backlash. And yeah, no one really wants that for people. So right, we need to get some lead paint, which I think we've got lead and we've got some paint and we've got enough fabric to make a roll of fabric. So if we use the processor to make those things, roll of fabric. Oh, did that? Okay, I have to wait for it to actually finish. I can't just click off of it and go. And we'll get some lead paint. I think that should be it. And then I think we should have everything else. There we go. Okay, so that's going to take some time to do. While we're waiting for that, we will stick all this stuff. Oh, look at all this metal and resin we've got in here. God damn it, we needed that. Oh well. Never mind. Cool. This one, I'm going to put all my encrypted tapes in. I'm going to stick this fuel in there as well. Actually, no, I'll keep the fuel on me. And that's it. So we've still got this one, which I think is empty. Yeah. So we can start bringing some more stuff over. This is almost done. We'll wait until this is done. How you doing, Rise? I hope you're well. Sorry that you just had to kind of walk into that barrage of talking. Just for the record, I do support all of that kind of stuff. Like, you know, if they can do that, and then I'm all happy about it. Right, so we've got a new spacesuit that we can build. Beef grenade, an EMP grenade, a soil analyzer. We need a soil analyzer. We need that for the mayonnaise. I'm doing pretty good. Good. It's all good. Important topics need to be discussed. Yeah. How am I doing? Not too bad. Not too bad. Yesterday was another day of not really eating very much, because after I finished streaming, I had to take some old bits of wood and stuff because we're redecorating one of the rooms in the house. So I had to take a whole bunch of like desk and stuff parts round to the garage for storage, and then I had to take my car for a drive because I haven't driven my car for a while. And then after I'd done that, I needed to go shopping, so I had to go down to the local supermarket. And then I had to wander around the supermarket for ages amongst all the great unwashed, get all my shopping and get home, put it all away again. So by the time I'd done all that, it was like 4 o'clock-ish. Just gone for like 4:15-ish. So I was like, well, I can't have lunch because it's way too late to have lunch. We'll have dinner. Have I eaten today? No, I don't. Because I do intermittent fasting. So yesterday I had so it got to 4 o'clock. I had a cup of tea and I had I treated myself to some chocolate digestives with my tea. And then we ordered pizza because I was like, I'm so hungry and this is the weird thing, right? I felt like I was pretty hungry, so we ordered pizza. But by the time the pizza came, I was like, I'm not really that hungry. I could probably like not eat for the rest of the day. But I did. And then I felt more hungry. So yeah, so the intermittent fasting is I only eat between midday and 8 p.m. But the problem with that is that obviously I stream till like 1 o'clock, so quite often it's actually 2 p.m. and 8 p.m. is where I eat. So yeah, but it's fine. It's fine. So yeah, so we need one of these. We need one of these, but that's quite expensive. What's this? Explosives? Okay, let's not get that just yet. A jet accelerator and a military oxygen cylinder. I thought... Wait, I thought we could use a... Oh, okay, so we need to... We've got one part of it, so we need to do the research on here to do the next part. And again, that's also quite expensive. And that's only just to research it. And then once we've researched it, we still need to then find the materials to then build it. That one is resin, 2 aluminium, and a roll of fabric. It's actually not that much. Do we even have that? Resin... No, we don't, because we don't have enough fabric. Oh. Okay, that's fine. Right, let's go and get all the rest of the stuff that we need to get. Yeah, we'll go and get the rest of the stuff that we need to get. We're doing a bit of inventory management this morning and transferring all of our stuff from one place to another. Yeah, the intermittent fasting is... most of the time it's okay. Occasionally it becomes a problem. And sometimes I still get cravings to snack. Yeah, we've got a space bike now. It's not much to look at because it is essentially a repurposed vacuum cleaner. But yeah, it is a space bike. I think at some point we'll be able to build a better space bike, but for now, this will have to do. But because we've still got our little boosters on our back, so we can use those whilst zooming along on this, and that makes our bike go a little bit quicker as well. So that's useful. Oh, where am I going? I was heading off into the distance there for a second. I was like, wait, where am I going? Yeah. So that's what it looks like. As I say, it's not much to look at, but it gets us from A to B. A bit like my own car in real life. It's not much to look at, but it gets me from A to B. Okay. Let's do. Take this, and then let's do a drink. Okay, how much of this can we fit in our inventory? I don't really want that. Can we leave? Can we leave that behind? Can we leave that behind in here somewhere? Because I don't really want it. I'll just leave that in there. I'll just take that stuff. I mean, we've got lots of oxygen candles in there, but I don't know if we really need those at the moment. We've got even more oxygen candles in here. How much of this stuff can we fit? Not much else. Okay, let's put some of these oxygen candles in here if we can. Because we don't need this many right now. Oh, yes. It's that time. Get your cat jams out. Yes. There we go. Man, I love that little cat. It's so cute. And we got the roly-poly frogger. Impossible catch. Howdy. How you doing? How you doing? I hope you're well. I hope you're well today. Well, I hope you're well every day. But specifically today because you're here. We're playing some more Breathedge today. I don't know if you've been here since we've been playing Breathedge. You may have been lurking. Which is fine. I love all my lurkers. Hazel. You're tired? Yeah. I know that feeling. I know that feeling. What news of the outside world? I don't know. It's all bullshit at the moment, isn't it? You need to put... Oh, no. Oh, no. But they are party size. Are you having a party, Rise? Rise, this is an important question. Are you having a party right now? Because if you are, then that's fine. You don't have to put them down. Yeah. I know. It's like... Somehow, right? Somehow, even though like I don't know what it is, but like you talk about food, on stream, and then everyone wants to eat. I don't know what it is, but it's always isn't it? It's always a party when I visit your stream. Exactly. So you don't need to put them down. You don't need to put them down. You can, if you want to. You could quite easily put them down. Put them away, put them back wherever you got them from in the first place. Absolutely you could, but you don't have to. If we all get a party bag of were they Milky Way bars? Man, I have not had a Milky Way in such a long time. I can't remember the last time I had a Milky Bar. Was it a Milky... No, sorry, Milky Way. Or a Milky Bar. Can't remember how long it's been since I've had either of those things. A long, long time is my guess. That's my guess as to how long it's been. I'm actually going to keep that one. I'm going to put all this in here. And one of these. And... fire extinguisher. Hands them out to people. You've put them away. You can't put them away and then hand them out to everyone. That's not fair. Put them away and then go, look everyone, here here's your stuff. Oh, what's happened to the stream? Hello? Hello? Stream? Is it working? Whoa, what's happened to my stream? Hello? Is it... Why is it so Hello? That was weird. Yeah, that was weird. I don't know why I did that. Just had a little hiccup, perhaps. Most important thing that can happen this morning. Yeah, it's like Milky Way. Did that got since I got to the station? Oh, great. Okay, well, if I just look at the floor, maybe it'll be fine. I'm glad that for whatever reason my space station causes the frame drops. That's always a fun time. Although, did it do this about this sort of time yesterday? I can't remember. Because we got to a certain point yesterday where there was just like this, just for a short amount of time, in a particular area where it was just getting frame drops, and then everywhere else it was fine. So this is fine now. I don't know. Maybe my internet just had a little hiccup or something. I don't know. Because it's not the game, because my game is running fine. So it's obviously something to do with the either Streamlabs itself or the internet. It's probably more likely to be the internet. Although it shouldn't be, but you never know. Oh, it is very much a cursed station. Absolutely, absolutely, it's a cursed station. Were you here yesterday when I was trying to build it? I was getting so angry. I was getting so angry. Yeah. So yeah, it wouldn't surprise me if he was not okay. Probably a good thing then, because I was getting very angry with the way that the game works. Only being able to attach airlocks to very specific places and very specific airlocks, rather than just going, here's an airlock, attach it to this. It was, here's an airlock, and here's an airlock. Now you have to figure out which one of these 3 airlocks that you have access to will connect to one of the modules that you have. Oh, that's right. They only connect to this one very specific module, and it's only this one specific airlock that do it. It's like, for fuck's sake. Right, so that's empty now. Good. We're getting there. We're getting there. Right, if we take all this shit out, because this shit we don't really need. If we can take all this shit that we don't really need out and put that somewhere else. We don't really need any of that stuff. How much of that can we fit in here? Not a lot. Not a lot. But if we start putting some of it in here, we can then start taking some of this out. And then we can start putting this in. And just transfer all this stuff we don't really need into there. And then we can start taking this stuff out. See? It's all good. It's all good. All good. All good. Oh, we've got an inductor there. We've got 2 slots left. Let's take a couple of magnets. We'll have to come back for those. So is this empty now? Oh no, this has still got stuff in it as well. Okay, so we still need to come back for this stuff and most of that, and maybe some of that. Hey QD, sorry for the comment earlier. No, it's fine. It's fine. Gave us something to talk about for a bit. So you're all good. You're all good, QD. Don't worry yourself about it. Right, so we want to wait for the fuel on this to get down to 70 before we refill it, so that we get the most efficient use of our fuel. Dude, I'm just glad you're here. So don't worry your pretty little self about it. It's all good. I'm always happy to discuss things and lend people my perspective. I would say give advice. It's not really advice. It's kind of advice, but it's kind of not advice at the same time. I don't know what. I guess just lending my perspective on something is probably the best I can do. You can take that as advice if you'd like. But I'm not saying that it is advice. Because I am in no way qualified to give any advice on anything. Not really. I can give you my opinion and my perspective on things, but that's about as far as it goes. I think there's a lot of people who do like to give people advice who, again, are not qualified in any way, shape, or form to really be able to give anyone advice. But they think they're important enough that they should. I just had to say something to someone where it hopefully wouldn't be inflammatory. No, like unless you're gonna come into my chat and start like just being nasty about people, then you're fine. You're fine. And I can't imagine that you would be coming into my chat and being nasty about people for no reason. So, yeah, I wouldn't sweat it. Wouldn't sweat it. What else can we do? Let's take that out and put that in. Trying to keep all that paint together if I can, just to make it a bit easier to find. Lots of wire. Oh my god, lots of wire. Yeah, let's just keep putting all this stuff in here. Oh, no, let's take the fuel. We need that. And then... Can we put it back there somewhere? There we go. Okay. Okay, so that one's got some food stuff in it, so maybe we should try and keep the food stuff together. Like that. Yeah, that'll do. Yeah. No, it's fine. QD is fine. It is absolutely fine. How far on this are you? I'm not entirely sure. This is we're in chapter 2. I didn't know there was a chapter 1, but there is this is chapter 2. We've gone from the initial base that you start in to a secondary base to what we are in now, which is which is our base that we've built ourselves. But also, for whatever reason, whenever we're in here, my frames drop. So, I don't know why. But, unless I look at the floor. If I'm looking at the floor, my frames are fine. If I'm looking around anywhere else, my frames drop. So, yeah. It's great. I love it. I've got quite a swagger, though, which I didn't realise before. I do have quite the swagger. So I guess we're relatively far along. I don't know how many chapters there are, so I guess if there's 3 chapters, then we're like halfway through. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it's bizarre. Like we found, considering it's an indoor space and there's not much going on the screen, you'd expect the frames to be better. Your Rise is qualified in part to give psychology advice, but only to a specific age range and only within my country/culture. Yeah. Well, there you go. That's something we learned about Rise today. Psychology advice. Yeah, I mean, as I say, like, looking at the floor seems to... Like, on the game-wise, it's fine. It runs fine in the game, but the stream, it just starts dropping frames unless I look at the floor. So, do you reckon there's, like, a setting that might help? If I reduce some graphic setting, do you reckon that might help? Ooh. We're on 70. We can fill it up so it's now full. It's offended by the cupboards being fake. Absolutely it is. I'm offended by the cupboards being fake. See, because in here it's fine. In here it's fine. But in the one that we built ourselves, it's not fine. For whatever reason. Sweet. Just a random bit of glass on the ground. That's a bit weird. Okay. How much of this can we fit in? Not enough. We're gonna have to do one more trip. At least one more trip, because we've got some oxygen candles I'd kind of like to take with me, and also there's this oxygen station down here that the seagull can stay here. That's fine. There are a lot of floor, seat, and ceiling lights in the one you built. Yeah, maybe. Because we had this issue in like one section of one of the areas that we went into. It only seems to happen inside a building. Like outside, when there's all of this stuff going on, it's fine. But as soon as you go inside this building, it's like, huh? Huh? I don't know why. I don't know why. I can do that now. I'll do it now for you. There you go. That's it. That's all you got. There's not a lot there. So I'm not really sure what we can do there, if anything. Drop shadow. Anything else? Or do you reckon that should be enough? No, my game's running fine. It's only dropping frames on the stream, but my OBS doesn't say that. My OBS isn't saying that there's a problem. So, okay. Well, we'll see. We'll give it a shot, and possibly the anti-aliasing. If I bring that down to medium as well. Okay. Let's go from there and see. It doesn't look like it's made a huge amount of difference to the actual picture outside. So we'll see. We'll find out when we get inside. If it starts going all weird and jerky again, then we'll know that there's a problem. That light source is spazzing out on the left there. That's weird. Yeah, I mean, it could be the graphics card that, because I have been having a few issues with my graphics card recently, so it could be that. Unfortunately, we're in a place at the moment where graphics cards are almost impossible to get hold of. So it's not as bad. It's not as bad. It's not great, but I think that. Oh. No, I spoke too soon. Yeah. So, I say, like, I would love to be able to say I'll get a new graphics card, but getting a new graphics card at the moment would be virtually impossible. Oh, I just kicked that one over. Shit. Can we put it back again? Oh no, don't. Oh no. Oh good. Oh good. I love it when these things just get knocked about all over the place. That's one of my favourite things to happen in video games. Great. Right, that one is full. That one is not. Okay, let's just stick all this stuff in there. Oh, it's not some glass. It's a glass. Oh. I didn't need to bring that. I'll take it back with me. Whoopsie. It just says glass. And when you hover over the other stuff, it also just says glass. So I just assumed it was the same thing. See, look. This is also glass. This says glass. But this is an actual glass that you drink out of. Whereas this is glass as in it's just a material. Yeah. Literally just keep my head down. And then we'll be fine. I don't think it was the anti-aliasing. Yeah. Yeah, well, I am using a Radeon RX 570. I'm going to put the if you don't think it's the anti-aliasing, then I'm going to put that back up. Because now we're not getting that awful light bloom with it as high up as it is. Because we were just getting that awful light bloom from over there when it went down to medium. So, all right, we're almost there. We're almost done. One more trip. I think we should be good. I could go all the way back to first base and pick up the stuff from there, but I'm not going to. And then we can actually start like doing some research on stuff, and we can maybe get the electrical engineer spacesuit equipped, and all that good stuff. Okay. Do we have any space left in here? No. Okay, we're going to take some of these oxygen candles. I'm going to take some of these salty packages. Let's put this glass in here. Don't need that. I'm going to take this bribe as well, because that was a thing that we picked up recently, and I'm still not entirely sure if we're actually going to need it or not. So I'm going to take it anyway, just in case. We've got everything from the suitcases. This is really large, so I'm not going to worry about taking that just yet. In fact, what we might do is just put it in here for the time being, because it takes up so much space. Let's grab all this plastic. Yeah, we don't have enough space for that. Okay, that's fine. Everything else I think we can leave here. I don't think we need to take any of this stuff, necessarily. We've got space. We might as well take some more of this. Actually, let's leave a couple of the salty packages behind, and let's leave some of the ice behind, so that if we want to come back, if we happen to be here later and we need food or water, we've got some food and we can make some water with the ice in a pinch. And I think that's probably it. I don't think we need any of the other stuff. I mean, all of this stuff is just random shit that we've picked up. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's everything. Seagull can stay here. Random bits of poster and shit can all just stay here. I think that's it. I think we're good. How much space we got? Not much. Not much space. Not much space in our inventory, but lots of space out here. Grabber? Grabber. Oh. Drill. Drill? Drill. If I pick up this sort of stuff here while we're here. Because I think we're going to need some electronics for researching and stuff like that, so kind of makes sense to pick up what we can now, and then we don't have to worry about it later. Just sort of filling up the what we have in the inventory. Oh. 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 Okay. Okay, ammo full. Let's go. Giant space seagull. It's just a normal seagull. It's just a normal seagull. It's just very fat from eating lots of garbage. And dead as well. Yeah. I'm not going to worry too much about it. As I say, like, there was a bit where we went into... we were on, like, a bit of a sort of space station thing the other day. And we went into one room and the frames just dropped on... The frames were just dropping on stream. Running fine on my game, but for whatever reason, the frames just kept dropping on stream. We walked out of it, and then after a few seconds, it was fine again. So I think it's probably just the game, honestly. It's probably just the game. And I doubt there's a lot we can really do about it. So as long as, like, that doesn't become a common occurrence, it'll be fine. If it starts becoming a common occurrence, we might just have to end the game wherever that is. But hopefully that won't happen. Okay. Let me in. Okay. Right. We are full on stuff. So we need to figure out where to put all this stuff then. I'm really glad that we've got a lot of stuff here and we can't label any of these things. So I can't just go, oh hey, by the way, all of my foodstuffs are going in this one. I'm glad that I can't label stuff. That makes me happy. It doesn't make me happy. You don't miss stuff like this? Yeah, no, I get you. I get you. Actually, we're going to keep that one with us. And we need to do an eat and a drink. So let's see. We'll take a couple of that. Actually, we could drink another. Tell you what. We had a lot of water, and now we have very little water. Just gonna mention that. So let's take that ice out, and then we might need to make some water. Okay, is this one empty? Okay, so we've got two empty suitcases. Perfect. Let's just stick all of this stuff in there. Nice. A suggestion, can you move those little chests? If you can, could you put them over the floor lights to see what it does? Oh, what, over these? Hang on. Let's find an empty one. Let me very slowly turn it around. Yeah, the problem is that the floor lights aren't actually in the floor. They're in the wall at floor level. So I can maybe... No, it won't let me squish it closer to the wall. Yeah. So, yeah, unfortunately, they'll have to just stay like that. Right. We're good for food. We're good for drink. What should we research next? The military oxygen cylinder. 4 electronics, 2 compensators, 2 generators. Oh, shit. Okay, what do we need for the compensators and the generators? Compensator. Alkali, refined metal, titanium. I don't think we've got any refined metal. There's alkali. There's titanium. So it looks like we're going to have to use all that metal we've got. Hi, Crumbfinger, how you doing? By the way, all these things can be found through exploration. They're in there in case you don't find them. What things are you talking about? All these things can be found through exploration. I'm not sure which things are you talking about. Sorry, I might have missed. I might have missed something. All the stuff you're researching with expensive resources. Oh! Oh. Oh. So what... So why is the research table here then? Because the military oxygen cylinder, I found 1 of 2. So does that mean if I research it, I'll get 2 of 2? Or if I research it, could I have just ignored getting the first one in the first place? And is there going to be another one I can find instead of researching this? This fucking game. This fucking game. This game winds me up. Right. So why is that not made obvious? Why is that not made obvious? Because I literally had a task to research it. I had a task to research the electrical engineer spacesuit. So why wasn't it not made obvious to me that I could then I could either use this or I could go out and explore and I would find stuff. This fucking game. Right. Good. This game is winding me up. Alright, so what do we need then for the electrical engineer spacesuit? Resin, aluminium, and a roll of fabric. Right, that's our roll of fabric. That's our resin. And what else was it? I've forgotten already. 2 aluminium. Right. Two aluminium. There's 1 aluminium. Do I have any more aluminium? Nope. Crochet, good morning. How you doing? How you doing? Right, well, we're going to need to go and get some more aluminium from somewhere. Which we wouldn't have if we'd got back all the resources from demolishing stuff. We wouldn't have to go and find more aluminium. Yes, I'm still salty about that. As well I should be. Alright, let's go and check out some of these asteroids and see if there's any aluminium on them anywhere. Oh, what's this? This looks like it could be aluminium. Yes.
After looking through the technical support application statistics, the agency decided to deal with the linearity of jokes in their spacesuits. Now you can always choose Joke 1 or Joke 2 if you buy a special Breathedge 2-button gamepad.
It's the only storage I have, or the only storage I can get right now. So that's why I'm having to put everything in suitcases. Plus, also, a little, just so you are aware, they're the only suitcases I've ever found where you have to take everything out of them to be able to pick them up. Just like in real life. Whenever you go on a holiday, you take all of your stuff out of the suitcase so you can then take it with you. Because if you've put stuff in the suitcase, there's literally no way you can pick it up. Which makes perfect sense. Okay. Let's make this. There we go. When working with electricity, it's not just enough to wear rubber gloves, especially if you're messing with the liner's energy cores. I remember Grandpa put on such foil even when the risk of being exposed to radiation was very low, so I wouldn't risk going near any engine on a giant liner without such a suit. There we go. Cool. Good. Just wanted to check in on the daily asphyxiation. It's not too bad actually. We're okay as far as like we're gonna. I was going to research, because we have a research table. I was going to research the military oxygen cylinder, but I've just been told that you can find almost all of this stuff just by going out and exploring, rather than using lots of expensive materials to research it. So I'm like, well, why would I research it then, if I can just go out and find it? That doesn't make sense to me. We need to build a new drill because we don't have a drill anymore. We do not have a drill. What do I need to make a drill? Refined metal, battery, thick electrical tape. Which I don't have in there. Refined metal. Thick electrical tape and a battery. There we go. Boom. Favorite piercing? My favorite piercing is probably my eyebrow piercings. These, because I've got 2. I don't know if you can really tell. Hang on. If I do that, there you go. I have 2 eyebrow piercings, because they're probably the ones that most people comment on. Plus I can I can wiggle them. So that's probably my favourite piercing. It was also probably the least. As you know, my lip piercing was my least painful. This one was the least painful, and I can gross people out because I do. I sometimes just grab my lip piercing, which is here, and I sometimes just like pull it like that, and it kind of weirds people out, and people are like, "Eh." I have my tongue pierced as well. That was not a pleasant experience particularly. Just because the sort of the top layer of my tongue was quite tough. I don't know if you know how they do it. People don't like me when I pull it. Yeah, I know. People just get really grossed out. It's really funny. So basically, when you're having your tongue pierced, you have a clamp on your tongue to keep your tongue out, and so you're sort of and to sort of dry the tongue out a little. So you're just dribbling everywhere, and they go in from underneath because it's all soft and squishy under there. But yeah, like they had to really jam it through before they could get the needle come through the top. So yeah, that was fun. Right, what are we doing? Oh yeah, we're supposed to be making a drill. Drill. There we go. You only got out of bed 20 minutes ago, which is my trouble with working from home. I'm struggling quite a bit with my mental health these days, so it's not helping. Dude, Crumfinger, absolutely. That's why I started streaming. That's why I started streaming, because I was getting into this habit of staying up really late and then getting up really late and then but still feeling tired all day, and well, that has made me squirm uncomfortably. It does. It's so bizarre that it makes people squirm. I mean, the piercing thing, yeah. I mean, that's well, it wasn't a pleasant. So you basically just for a few minutes you sort of sat there with this needle sort of sticking through your tongue, kind of like up against your nose like that, with your tongue sticking out, and there's this blood and dribble, and you're just like, why did I do this? Why did I do this? So yeah, it's your piercer went through the top. Yeah, no, that seems a bit weird. Yeah, no, it's nice and soft and squishy underneath, so it makes sense to enter from the bottom, because it's easier to pierce that bit than it is the top. You never went back to him? That's probably a good reason. It's probably a good reason. But my my piercings have been fine. The only piercing I ever had a problem with was when I had my nipple pierced when I was like 18. I went somewhere and I had my nipple pierced, and I had one of my eyebrow piercings done. I used to have a hoop in my eyebrow, and I had a hoop in my nipple ring. But I was quite into playing a lot of pool and snooker at the time, and so like as you're taking your shot with the snooker cue, I'd bump and I'd accidentally hit it. Oh my god, it hurt so much. It never healed properly because I just kept hitting it by accident. Ugh. Yeah, it never healed properly, so I ended up having to take it out in the end. So I have a slightly deformed nipple now because of all the scar tissue. But it's only slightly. It just looks like I'm cold all the time, but only on the right hand side. That job for the tongue piercing advertising company, it might not be yours now. Pip, good morning, Pip. Tiny Pixels, how are you? I hope you're well. I hope you didn't get blown away on your horse this morning, because it's been even windier here today, so I can only imagine what it's like over where you are. And Grayson's here as well. Good morning. Hi, we're just talking about piercings. I had an AMA about what my favourite piercing was, which is my eyebrow piercings. So yeah, then we got onto the topic of talking about piercings and not playing the game. So how are we all doing? It's fine. It's fine. It's not bad. It's not like it's. As I say, it just looks the nipple just looks like I'm a bit cold, essentially, all the time. Just because the scar tissue from the piercing has kind of made it that way. You went to get on and thought you better of it. Yeah, I don't blame you. I don't blame you. She's not exactly the smallest horse. I wouldn't want to be in a high up place. Yeah, I wouldn't want to be in a high up place at the moment because it's very windy here. I can only imagine how windy it is where you are. That must be pretty crazy. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what it is about nipple piercings, but like they either heal up perfectly well and you have no trouble with them, or they're a constant source of aggravation. So, yeah, it's just one of those things. So yeah, I took mine out in the end. Just go on. Maybe today wasn't the day. No, it's probably not a good idea. You don't want to be going all Marilyn Monroe around the yard. Right. Before I get distracted again, what the hell am I doing? I really can't remember. Right. So for those of you, that have just got here, well, today is the perfect day, depending on how flirty you're feeling. Well, yeah, I suppose. So we've pretty much migrated all of the stuff from second base to third base. We are now in third base. It's been a while since I've been at third base, but we are finally there. Oh no, what have I done? What have I said? Oh no. Right, let's eat, let's drink, and we're good. I noticed a little scab on the top one. One time, washed it away in the shower and had a tiny hole where I could see the bar through the top of my nipple. Oh! I agonised for years about getting my nipples done, so I extra gutted that. It just didn't work. Yeah. What? There's a hole detected? What the fuck? What the fuck? Why is there a hole? Oh, for fuck's sake. So now I need to... So now I've got to research chewing gum. Because I need gum. Do I have enough resin to do this? Why is there holes in my shit? I don't have any resin. Fuck's sake. You'll get me to home. Why, thank you, Grayson. I was bad about my tongue piercing, so I eventually had to get rid of it. Yeah. Final straw was when someone shoved me for funsies while I had it between my teeth. Tip to tooth. Took it out. No regrets. No regrets. Cool, so the base is falling apart because I don't have some gum to block a thing. That's cool. I'm nothing if not a good friend, Matt. I appreciate that, Grayson. I appreciate it. Yay, holes in the base. Absolutely. There's nothing I like better than building a base in space and then for no apparent reason it gets a hole in it. And then you have to go looking for resin somewhere in the hope that you can then research how to make gum and then make some gum to plug the hole. Is that honey? Oh, that's honey. Okay, that's not going to help. Is there anything up here? This is the goo stuff for making food. Oh, Jesus. What's that? Oh, it's the robots, isn't it? Oh, that made me jump. Okay. Is he following me? I don't think so. Okay, well, I'm not finding any anywhere to get resin from, so around here. So that's a fun time. Maybe over here? You managed to add a window after all. Yeah, not intentionally though. Not intentionally. I don't think we've opened this one. That's empty.
A number of random objects. There's no logical connection. Analysis required.
Cool.
After the 12th Space Congress, at which the Muggles proclaimed a vessel
little
of the
cup.
proletariat, cups were banned and their production stopped. You can get a fine or sentenced to manual labor for this rare object.
What's this? From IV Iaplatov, advisor on party relations, to II Makiv, captain of habitation module number 5. I ask you to take on board my nephew, O.P. Yuriev, without undergoing mandatory psychological training for his immediate conveyance to the Beeman Center. Seeing that people were taken on board without any prior sanity checks, the disaster was inevitable even without any terrorist attacks. Yeah.
Now it's clear how to pass the medical checkup.
Oh, sweet. I got an achievement. Okay. Sure. What's this? An alarm clock?
A rare device to approximately tell the time. My internal clock crashed during the incident, but even being broken, it shows the time much more accurately once per day. The standard funerary set doesn't include such a color. Judging by the images, we can assume that the passenger had schizophrenia. There's no use looking for a logical connection anymore.
A well-known tea brand, but it's of little use in space. However, if you put the tea bag in your mouth, you can feel the tea's familiar taste and unbearable thirst.
Vinegar, a tea bag, and 2 pieces of sugar. No such tea recipe was found in the database.
Vinegar? Oh. Why is there a hamster in the kettle? It's unusual to find such kitchenware on ships. It's almost impossible to boil water in a ceramic teapot, and you can easily break it and damage your spacesuit. Seems that this really is a house for a hamster.
It's unclear if it was placed in the teapot on purpose or it got stuck there itself due to progressive obesity.
Progressive obesity in hamsters. It's nothing to joke about. Okay, I think that's... But again, no resin, so... this doesn't really help. It's just filled up our inventory with crap. So that's a thing. That's a thing. That's a thing. Yeah. So I'm looking to get. I'm getting a tattoo from Hyperdeath Ree. I don't know. She's probably not here today, but she's a tattoo artist, and I'm gonna get a tattoo from her at some point soon, hopefully. Basically, as soon as I can, I need to get tattoos. I haven't had one in such a long time. It's been a very, very long time since I had one. What am I getting? I'm getting a little bit of line work just done on my inside right wrist. Nothing complicated, nothing too outlandish. Nothing like the ones I already have. Is there air in here? No. Okay. What am I scanning in here? This? Okay. There might be resin in here, but there might not be, and I don't want to spend my time bashing on those things and find that there's no resin in there. Man, we are not having much luck with the resin hunt. Right, where's my vehicle? There it is. Did we only get one metal from that, or am I just being a dum-dum? Not sure. Right, we need to find oxygen and fast. Quickest place to get oxygen from 600 meters. 600 meters. Let's head that on this way. No, I've got a big old centaur. I don't need another big old centaur. Hang on, one sec. Let me get some oxygen so I can actually stop and read chat for a second. Okay. Would I like a hint? About what? About finding... But I could make them kiss? No, there's no way I could make any... if I'm getting it on my right wrist, there's no way I could make my right wrist then kiss my other centaur on... Like, it's not gonna... No. No. Resin, yes. I know there was, like, a little bit of it back towards the other base. I was kind of hoping there would be some around here. Need bigger biceps? Cheeky. You need bigger biceps. My biceps aren't too bad. But yes, they could probably be bigger. They are in barrels. Oh, right. So if I break those things, I'm more likely to find them. To make... If I have bigger biceps, it's going to be even more difficult to make that happen. Like, it's not... Like, I can't get this wrist against this part of my shoulder. It's just not going to happen. Like, the tattoo is here. There is literally no way I can get my inside right wrist to touch this part of my shoulder without breaking my arm. It's just not going to happen. Bendy at elbows. Yeah, I mean, sure, but also, ouch. I'm just going to grab this ice and make myself a bit of water. Oh, there's some boxes under here. I did not see these boxes before. No, 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 no! Don't go away! 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 No, naughty. So I've got some rubber and some plastic. Where'd the rest of it go? Oh, I really hate that things just seem to disappear out of view. Well, there's a coffin down there. No, come back. Plastic, scissors, wire, metal. Okay, I'm not getting any resin from these. Did get a construction kit though, that's kind of useful. How can you not do that? What do you mean? How can I not do that? Put on the other wrist? No, because I want it on the right wrist. If you could have the center on your wrist kiss you. What? And then you could kiss the bicep center. No, because it's not. It's not on my bicep. It's round here. And I see it won't. I can't. I can't even kiss it. Like I'm just not bendy enough. These are not barrels, apparently. Yeah, I get it. My tattoos on my boyfriend. Put you back into it. I can't. It won't. I can't. I can't do it. I'm just not bendy in that way. I'm sorry. I'm sorry I failed you. Right, we're going to need another one of these things. Do I have any titanium with me? No. Okay, well we can't make one. We can't make one right now. Yeah, those are not barrels, so we're not getting what we need from them. There is a lot of metal around here though, so I might just grab a bunch of metal. Because, oh fuck. Well, I guess we're not doing that either. Shit. Okay, well, we're not breaking anything, so I guess we go back. I guess we go back to base and and hope that it hasn't just exploded. Is there stuff over on here? Let's be quick because of oxygen, but...
Looks like there was a fight here. Judging by the tracks, two attackers.
Those who like to travel light always take this bag with them. It's very durable, roomy, and comfortable. I travelled with a similar one myself, but it seems it had been thrown out of the cabin during the crash.
Knocked their opponent to the ground and tried kicking him for a long time, after which the victim died of old age as the attackers missed every time.
Okay. So that's weird. What are you guys on about? You guys are nuts. I love it. You have a fever? I don't know what everyone else's excuse. Yeah, I don't know either. Right, so we still only have one resin, so that's perfectly useful. Let's just stick all of this in here. Let's make another water, I guess. The only solution is more cowbell. Unfortunately, I don't actually have any cowbells, so I can't really help you there, sadly. Right, where am I putting all my nonsense? Have I got a nonsense thing where I just put all my nonsense? No, in that case, this can be my nonsense. Okay, but if I put this down, can I actually put things into it? No. Cool. I found a bag that I cannot use to put stuff into. Good. Good. I like it when that happens. That's one of my favourite things. It's one of my favourite things to happen. Right, we need a doohickey. A doohickey. We need some. Is it refined metal for the doohickey? The thing, the smash thing. Refined metal and titanium. 1, 2, 3, 4 for the refined metal, and then a titanium. There we go. I love a good useless bag. Yeah. I just wrong button. I just don't understand. Like, it was in early access for such a long time. I just don't get why some of the things in this game are the way that they are. Like, it doesn't make sense to me that some of the things in this game are as unintuitive as they are. It doesn't make a lot of sense to me, particularly. Right. So still only have one resin. Still only have one resin, so we've got to go back out and find some resin from somewhere else. I legit have a handbag I can just about put a lipstick in. That's it. The thing is, like, especially with like modern day mobile phones, like, you can't have a small bag if you want to put your phone in it. You've got to have a big bag, otherwise it won't ever fit. You've never seen a Very good. Very good, Grace. Right, is there any on here? No. Okay. I know there's some back this way, I think. We'll just have to make sure that we start picking it up when we find it, I guess. What about over here? There's metal and titanium. There's a bit of plastic there as well. But that seems to be about it. Okay. What about down here? Aha! There we go, we can get resin from that. Where's me grabber? Cool. Is there any more around here that we can get? Doesn't look like it. What's this? Is this salt? Yes, it's salt. Okay, well, we don't want that. He did it. Yeah, I mean, I knew that I knew those things had resin in them, but I was just looking for. I was just looking for those things out where we were. But there weren't any, so. Let's refill our oxygen a little bit. Any over here? That looks like some. Yeah. That'll do. That'll do. Let's make our way back home. Actually, if we pop in here, we can replenish our oxygen supply, and then we can head out. Oh, in you go! Come on, in you go! There we go. Yes, just in time. The bug is perfect for this tuber. Now I don't know if it's just me, but it looks like the pug is actually in time. Well, it was for a minute. I don't know if he still is. He was for a moment, but he's just ever so slightly out of time. Problem is, I'll be walking around for the rest of the day after the stream, going, and it'll be stuck in my head for the rest of the day now. Good times, good times. Oh well, it's all good. It's all good. It is an absolute slapper. You are right. But yes, I love the pug. I love the pug emote. It's so good. He's dancing. He's just dancing. You're belting musicals over here. It works. Musicals. Musicals, schmusicals. As someone who used to be a theatre kid, I really don't like musicals. Crochet, thank you very much for being here. Have a good day. I hope you feel better soon. I really do hope you feel better soon. We'll be back tomorrow. Hopefully you'll feel better. Drop by tomorrow if you can. Yeah, I really don't like musicals. No, I'm not a big fan. Not a big fan. I say I used to be a bit of a theatre kid at one point, and maybe that's why. 3 minutes. It took me 1 minute to research a spacesuit. It's taking me 3 minutes to research how to make gum. You exactly, Diego. You're exactly my point. Yes. Absolutely. Yeah, I think it's just, I don't know. It's like the singing annoys me a lot of the time, and it's just Ugh. Singing dialogue is the point. Is the worst. Yeah, yeah. Like I liked Mary Poppins. Mary Poppins is fine, and uh, and what else? I even quite enjoyed the most recent Mary Poppins film with Emily Blunt as well. I didn't mind that one. That was all right. Although some of it I was a bit kind of like, yeah, okay, get to the point. Can we skip this bit and just get to the point? And you worked on that one, but you haven't seen it. Oh, it's not bad. I mean, to be fair, I mainly watched it because Emily Blunt's in it. Um, but yeah, and I'm not a huge fan of films that have children in as like main actors a lot of the time. Uh, I've not seen Hamilton um, because it doesn't interest me because it's a musical. Kids are bummers. Well, I mean, you might want to rephrase that. Uh, yeah. 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 He was in the new Mary Poppins thing. He was quite good in it, actually. He was quite good in it. Your youngest brother is a huge musical fan, but is tone deaf. Oh no. Oh no. Right. So now uh, we can make some chewing gum. Whew. Yeah, I thought he was all right in Mary Poppins. I wasn't hugely excited by him, honestly, but I thought he was okay. There we go. I've not seen Moana yet. See, I don't animated animated musicals. I don't really seem to have that much of an issue with as much, or at least not that I'm aware of. And even like some of the more Disney kind of musical things, I seem to like quite a lot. But when you get onto like Andrew Lloyd Webber and those sorts of musicals, I just can't stand them. So yeah, I think it's if it's a Disney musical, I'm okay with it, and if it's not a Disney musical, I kind of hate it. I think that's what it is. I think that's what it is. You think it and I say it. Maybe we're connected. But yeah, no, I haven't seen Moana yet, but I have Disney Plus, so maybe I'll get to that. I have seen Book of Mormon, and it was quite funny. And I think maybe that, and again, I think maybe comedy musicals kind of work for me. So maybe Book of Mormon. I, I saw someone, basically someone had filmed it while they were sat in the audience, and I saw that. So I haven't actually been to see it. Um, so yeah, so I have seen a bit of Book of Mormon. I've only seen it once, but it was kind of fun. Yeah, it was kind of fun. And I did go and see the Monty Python one. I did actually go and see that with a couple of friends of mine. I can't remember what it's called. Spamalot. Thank you. I did go and see that. That was quite fun. But again, a comedy musical. So the songs were funny. So I didn't mind the fact that it was a musical because the songs were funny. But like stuff like West Side Story, Les Mis, well, anything that Andrew Lloyd Webber, anything that he's done, yeah, it doesn't appeal to me. I'm afraid. Not in the slightest. Not one bit. It might be, but I can't stand that man. I think that man is just an awful person, and I can't stand him. Can't stand him one bit. What was it? What was it he did recently? What was it he did recently? He there was like some because he's oh, hang on, I need to look at the floor while I'm in here. There was like something that because he's a lord or something now or something like that. There was some kind of vote in government to do with like increasing the amount of people get, how much money people get for being unemployed or something like that. I can't remember exactly what it was, what the vote was, but he left his house in New York or wherever it is, flew all the way to London just to vote against it. Yeah. So a rich man living in New York flew all the way to London to stop them from voting towards helping poor people in some manner. I can't remember the exact details, but yeah. And I'm just like, wow, what an asshole. I mean, I didn't really like the musicals that he did before that. So yeah. So I didn't really like him very much before. But then when that happened, that was like, was it last? I don't think it was last year. I think it was like 2019 or 2018. It was fairly recently, anyway. So when I heard that he'd done that, I was just like, wow, what? He's definitely an asshole now. I definitely never want to have anything to do with him or give him any money or support him or any of his endeavours in any way, shape or form, because he's quite clearly a massive asshat. So yeah. Right, should we do some exploring? Should we get out of here so that we don't have frame drops? Because apparently in here we get frame drops. Yes, well, I've got Disney Plus, so I can watch Moana at some point. But the problem is I've got so many things that I want to watch, and then I've got a whole bunch of things that people have recommended I watch that quite often I don't get to actually watch any of it. Oh, let's go over here because that one's closest. We've not been over this way yet. Is that supposed to be a selling point, Pip?
I will mark it. Looks like some storage for beef fuel pellets. They don't make these nowadays.
Okay. Let's have a little look around here. What have we got? Oh. He doesn't look too happy. Sweet, we have the explosive blueprint. Hey, I'm glad I didn't research that at the research table for all of those things.
This type of fuel can't be synthesized without a living synthetic cow, not even with electrical tape. A container for transporting beef. Its casing is bloated, which indicates possible damage to its contents due to bad transport conditions. I don't recommend approaching such containers because of their possible explosion.
Okay, but I want to grab stuff. There's stuff in here that I don't know what it is, and I kind of want to just... Oh, it's synthetic manure. Okay.
Please be careful with artificial beef. This product explodes more often than it's eaten by normal people.
Okay. So again, this is more stuff that we could have researched, which I'm glad we didn't. Oh man, that has got to be that would be so frustrating. Ooh, resin. That would be so frustrating if you'd got all this way out here. After researching it, spending all that time and resource on researching something, only to find that you could have just come over here and picked it up. Oh shit. That would be incredibly frustrating. Oh. Yep. I think I need to make sure I take some oxygen candles with me. Oh. Let me in. Let me in. Okay, look at the floor. Look at the floor. Look at the floor. Okay. I don't know if I can actually use those cans of beef for anything, so I'm gonna put it in here for now. Because maybe I can. Right, let's take out some oxygen candles, because we might need those, as we just discovered. Do we have a decent amount of space for all this resin? Here we go, in here. Right, we've got a decent amount of resin in there now, and we've got loads of plastic, which we barely use, and we also have some metal, so that's cool. So now if I go into items, I can make a beef pellet. Synthetic biofuel obtained directly from a synthetic cow. It's a product of natural processing of plant food with minimal addition of other combustion products. It's the cheapest and least efficient fuel currently used for heating industrial premises in remote corners of the galaxy. Okay. And we can make a beef grenade now. Okay, cool. So the cans of beef... So we've got a few cans of beef which we can make into grenades. Awesome. Awesome. Okay. Right. What else do we need? Could do with having a little drinky. Do I have any little drinkies left? No? Oh shit. Okay. Strut. Hello there. General Kenobi. Right. Let's go back over here, because there's more stuff to discover. Hey, what's the betting that this pink stuff that I can see in the distance, just above where my cursor is gum? And I can go over there and find gum. That I could have just gone over here and found gum and not gone out looking for resin to research gum. What do you reckon? What do you reckon? I reckon it's gum. I reckon this is gum, and we could have just come over here and found it, and not had to research it at all. There's a motorcycle outside. Can we get in? No? Maybe not. Maybe I was wrong. Oh, hang on.
You can find many ways to suffocate in space aside from chewing gum.
Oh, maybe not. Maybe I was wrong. Maybe I was wrong. Oh, hang on. There's another guy here. No? So this isn't gonna... This would... Maybe... Oh, maybe picking that up would have given us gum. Except we've already got it, so it doesn't. Cool. 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 That's cool, game. Thanks. Thanks, game. I really appreciate that. Alright, let's grab this aluminium while we're here. As somebody who doesn't know better might pick up on hints of bitterness. They might. You're right, they might. I'm glad I used 4 pieces of resin to research how to make gum, and not just come over here and discover it. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely, it's great. It's wonderful. We all know me better than that. Do we though? Do we?
Someone has done a tremendous job on comparing 2 identical objects. Was the flight of the world's largest liner that boring?
Some lamps. Sweet. Just what I wanted. Can you... Thank you. Is there anything else here? No. Nope. Nope. Okay. Oh, more stuff to put in the... Can you... Hello? Let me out. Okay, we're going this way, apparently. You're a much bigger man. Yeah, every time. Absolutely.
These engines are obsolete. I don't know where they're from, but their combustion system would be perfect for a miniature accelerator.
Do we want to break any of this stuff? I mean, we can. Is there anything else on this that could be useful? No. No. Okay. Next area. Been to that one, been to that one. Up here then, I guess. Let's have a look in here. We do have to be a little bit careful because we've got 1 oxygen candle left.
There's an engineering shuttle ahead. I wonder wonder how you find everything so quickly. Is it because of my hints? Apparently, he died in comfort and without fear. Maybe you can assemble such a bench as well.
Sweet, another suitcase. Into space without fear. How to stop being afraid of death in space. How to stop being afraid of death in space. 145 tips of practicing psychologist who has never been to space. It's a great book, but to be honest, it's useless. It has expensive paper and coloured pictures, though. He's also taken his helmet off, which is probably why he died in space. Should we get some goo? For a minute there, I was like, wait, do I not have an oxygen candle? I was getting a bit worried there for a second. But it's fine. We've got an oxygen candle. It's fine. Right, we should go back and... oh, hang on. What's this? Is this a thing? Is this a thing? Is this a thing? It's not a thing. We should go back and drop this stuff off. And then come back. Because there's loads of stuff that we can explore and look around. There's stuff over there we haven't looked at yet. No, I never saw the Romeo and Juliet with Leo and Claire Danes. Was it Claire Danes? Never saw that. All my girlfriends at the time when it came out were gushing over it and saying, you know, how great it was and how amazing Leo is and all that kind of stuff. But at the time, I was just like, I don't care. I'm gonna play my guitar and listen to Nirvana and stuff. So, do whatever. All right, look at the floor. Okay, let's drop this stuff off. Let's see, where do we have space? We've got space in here. Yeah. It's just a bit odd. It's just a bit odd. Let's keep one of each. Put those in there. Oh damn, that's all full up now. Oh damn. But we want some oxygen candles, so we can take those out. There we go. And then we can put those in. What's in this one? Have some batteries and some that, and this, and those. And is this my one with the crap in it? Yes. So you can have those, and then we've got another suitcase now. So let's put that down next to the useless bag. What? There's a hole detected in the small transport module, but I can't get to the small transport module because there's no hole here anymore. So it doesn't matter. In fact, we could just go and get rid of it because we're not using it for anything. Because this is not connected to anything. Something prevents dismantling. Are you fucking kidding? So that hole is stopping me from dismantling it. No, I didn't. I didn't disconnect the transport module. it disconnected itself when I rebuilt this module. So when I put in the medium one, even though I put it back in the same place and everything seemed to snap in place, the tube between this module and this module did not connect. So I couldn't get into this module, but now there's a hole in it, I can't dismantle it. This fucking game is so fucking dumb. Like, the way that they do base building is so fucking dumb. So, in order to build the tube that we just dismantled... let's see, it's not in here. In order to build the tube, which we just need dismantled, we need a construction kit. But when I dismantled it, I didn't get a construction kit back. I got a piece of plastic and some refined metal. So, do you know what's going to happen to that little bit of the thing, the little service, not the service module, the small transport module? Do you know what's going to happen to that? Literally nothing. I'm not going to touch it. I'm never going to touch it again. I'm just gonna leave it. Just gonna leave it there. I'm not going to touch it. I'm not going to bother with it. It can have a hole in it and be slowly ripped apart for all I care. Because the base building in this game is fucking awful. So yeah. Right, good. Rant over for the time being. Let's do an eat and a drink. We haven't saved for a while. I should probably save. We've been playing for like 2 hours. I should probably save. Now we've got a relatively empty inventory. We've got a couple of oxygen candles. Let's head out and go and explore a bit more. On an evil note, are there any games where you do like base building? Absolutely. Absolutely. I loved the base building in Subnautica. It was a little finicky in places, but for the most part, the base building in Subnautica was fine because you could see what it was you were building. You could see how it attached to other things. I didn't have any problems with the... I say I didn't have any problems. Some of the base building in Subnautica was a little bit fiddly, and some of the things that you think should connect didn't connect, and stuff like that, which was a little annoying. But in most part, it was fine. In the most part, it was fine. I'm currently playing a lot of Valheim. I quite like the base building in Valheim. I don't really... it took again, it was one of those ones where it kind of takes a little while to kind of get used to.
Turbines of this size and design were usually installed in old space stations.
But once...
electromagnetic anomalies detected. There may be some breakdowns in the work of complex equipment in this area, therefore the Breathedge company assumes no responsibility for the behavior and performance of the funerary spacesuit, although I doubt I may have any problems. Whores. I will mark it. Children again. Of course, I hope they manage to escape through this jam-smeared hole.
Okay. Yeah, Valheim's building is actually pretty good once you get the hang of how it works. I don't know if you've played Valheim yet, but I've had quite a lot of fun with that so far. If I were a kid, I would definitely not want to fall asleep with a Breathedge nightlight in the room. Oh, where am I going? Here we go. Oh, a toilet. Anything in the toilet that we need? No? Okay, let's not pee in space again, because that will freeze. Can we scan this? No? Okay, great. So there wasn't really much here, was there? Is there anything... I feel like maybe I'm missing something? I don't know. Oh, another coffin. more achievements. Seen a few Valheim streams where people have been ranting about it for ages. I've not had any real issues. Once you get the hang of it, I've found that it's actually relatively straightforward. And once you know how it all works and stuff, it all kind of makes sense. I mean, it is a bit of a shame that, like, you do most of your kind of building early game, and some of the more interesting things that you get to build with, like materials wise, some of the more interesting stuff you don't get till a bit later in the game. But in general, especially as it's an early access game and not a full release game, I think the base building in it is actually pretty good. It's pretty solid. Have we been here? Oh, this is where we found that guy. Okay. What other base building games have I played? Oh, The Forest. I quite like the way that The Forest did their base building, because you can kind of, when you place your blueprint, you basically place down the thing that you want to build, and then you add items to it until it is built. And I really like that idea, because it means you can plan stuff out way in advance of actually having any of the materials. So if you don't like the way that something is placed, or if you don't like the way that something's placed, or the way that something's like maybe you want to rotate it around a bit more, or you know, whatever, you can do all of that in its blueprint form before you even start building it. I've had a fun time in Valheim, in fairness, once I figured out what was going on. Breadcrumbing isn't amazing. I'm not sure what you mean by the breadcrumbing. What do you mean by that? Let's grab this stuff. Oh, leading you to the next objective? No, but it's about exploring more than anything, from what I can tell. Chicken, do your duty. Such an amateur device can make your hair super voluminous, so you could look gorgeous on your deathbed.
The disaster probably killed the owner before they completed their pursuit of fashion.
Yeah, it looks like they've set their head on fire or something. Great. Awesome. Good. Good times. And we can't scan this, even though it's a steering wheel. That's kind of annoying, because we only need one more to scan. But at least we've got somewhere to get oxygen and a processor. A working processor, so that's good. Progressing you through and teaching you how the world works. Yeah, to be fair, that part of it's not great. And I have had to watch some YouTube videos and tutorials and stuff to fully understand how things work. But it is early access, so there is time for them to put all that kind of stuff in if they want to. But with the amount of YouTube videos out, they might not want to bother. They might just go, hey, maybe watch some of this before you start playing, and it'll make sense. Yeah. As I say, it's in early access, and people have only been able to play it since beginning of March, end of February kind of time. I can't remember exactly. So yeah, they've got time to work on that sort of stuff, if they choose to. Right. Can we go further in? Looks like there's something else over there. Let's see if we can get through here without getting squished.
I would mark it.
But yeah, like the I've really liked the way that the forest did their base building, where you could put your blueprints down, figure out where you wanted everything, and then start
Something
adding the
exploded
materials.
Here, probably.
Oh shit! No, come back. Sweet, an EMP grenade. Is there anything else here? Chicken. Good job, chicken. Is that it? Is that all that's here? Okay, well. Where's my grabber? Do I not have a grab? Do I not have a grabber anymore? Have I used up my grabber? I've used up my grabber. Oh no! I'm gonna have to go back and make a new grabber. I'll grab some of this stuff while we're here. Take, take, take. Oh, hang on. We can just go back to the other place and maybe build one. Ah. Ah. Where's my thing? That's down here. Here we go. Maybe we can go back to this little area and build one real quick. Oh, no, this area. This one. Okay. It's true, but I'd have hoped for better before letting it into the world somewhat. You're right that they can adjust it, but I'd expect them to know tutorialization is key. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, the very first sort of the first few times I was building stuff in Valheim, it was a bit confusing, and I wasn't entirely sure what to do with all the bits and pieces, and I didn't know what all the different coloured when you hovered over stuff. I didn't understand what that was all about. But one short little video about it made me go, oh, and from then on, I've not had a problem with it. It's still a bit finicky in places, and there's still like sometimes when you're trying to get things to snap together and they don't quite snap in the way that you thought they would and stuff like that. But you know, as I say, it's an early access game, and so far I can't say that I've had too much issue with it, and I've certainly not had a problem in the same way that I've had a problem with the base building in this game. How to get stones? You just pick them up off the floor. Same as branches. Like early game, you can just pick that stuff up off the floor. I mean, they do say to you, the crow, the raven thing, he does say to you, or it's in the beginning spiel. I can't remember exactly, but it says to you that you've forgotten everything that you knew about your past life, but by acquiring materials, you'll remember what you used to remember from crafting stuff before. So yeah, so the idea is that you go out and you explore and you pick stuff up, and every time you do, every time you get a new item, it unlocks all the recipes that use that item. Yes, and you can't use them until you've got a pickaxe. Yeah, no, it's not the case because you need a pickaxe. A normal axe is not gonna do much to a piece of rock or a boulder. So yeah, so initially you just go around and you have to pick up rocks as wherever you can find them. Yeah, just break the axe. Like I did kind of expect to be able to make a pickaxe relatively early in the game. That was kind of like, oh, I'll probably get a pickaxe at some point. But yeah, you have to. It's not until you defeat the first boss that you get access to a pickaxe. But then after that, you can then craft loads of different pickaxes. Well, I don't know. I don't think it's necessarily bad design. I think it's just a case of you have to go out and explore. And if you go out and explore and pick stuff up, literally just pick everything up that you find, then that might have been a bit more. That might have been a bit more apparent. I don't know. As I say, I didn't really have an issue with that. I kept thinking, when am I going to get a pickaxe? But at no point did I worry too much about it. I was like, I'll get a pickaxe eventually, but I'm not too worried about it at the moment. Right, I don't think I'm going to find any aluminium around here, so I think I'm going to have to go back to base. We'll head back. Right. I mean, I get what you're saying. And maybe it's just the type of player that I am. But at no point did I have... I just went out and I punched trees, and I found stuff I could pick up on the floor, so I picked stuff up off the floor. And I just looked around and see what I could interact with, and discovered that by myself without having the game have to tell me. So I didn't find that it was necessary for the game to say, hey, you need to go and pick stuff up off the floor. I don't feel like that was a necessary thing for the game to tell me, but maybe for some other players it is. But I didn't feel like that was a particularly necessary thing. Oh shit! I've run out of space. What have we got in here? Okay. Let's take out these. Oh, no, not that. That can stay in there. Let's put these in here. Let's eat and drink. I just realised, does this game make the atmosphere equals gravity fallacy? I'm just assuming that the floor plates are artificial gravity in them. Yeah, I think it's like in a lot of the buildings and stuff that you have to get. Well, I say buildings. A lot of the like shuttles and stuff like that. Once you go through the airlock, generally there's artificial gravity. It's not always that way. Like that shuttle that we went into before, there was oxygen there, so we didn't have to worry about using the oxygen in our tanks. But there was no gravity, so it's not always the way. But most of the time, if you go through like an airlock, like a proper airlock, then there's usually artificial gravity the other side, usually, but not always. So yeah, so it does depend a little bit on the kind of place that you're going into. Right, we've got a lot of stuff here. We've got the grabber now. We just want to drop some of this stuff off. Should we take... Let's take those out so we can put these in. So that's our kind of foodstuffs box, I guess. Let's take those out as well. Oh my god, we've got so much stuff. Oh my god, we've got so much stuff and it's all spread out. Well, I guess we're going to start filling this one up now. Okay. I mean, all I want is things to be communicated. If you don't stumble across something that can be picked up in the first 5 to 10 minutes, there's nothing really to infer from the world around you. But yeah, players are different. I just think everyone should have the same chance. Yeah, I get you. Yeah, I'd say it. Well, I mean, the Raven is a very kind of basic tutorial of like, you know, once you've got this, you can now do this. Once you've got that, you can now do this. But there's no, maybe you should get this. Maybe you should get that. Yeah. I mean, if things are just are only as obscure as pick up rocks, but if it's like build an atmospheric processor out of sticks and stones and a bit of copper you found, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I quite like that idea of that they've got in Valheim, where you know you pick up an item for the first time, and if you can use it to then craft other things, it will tell you. I kind of like that idea, and rather than in this game where I'm having to go around and scan stuff with a scanner, you just kind of remember how to make things from your past life, which I kind of like. But yeah, it's weird to me that like that more of these kind of base building games don't have a similar thing to the way that the Forest did theirs, because I think that's a really cool idea, where you basically have like an imaginary blueprint of the thing that you want to build, and then you can place it down in the place that you want it, and then get it exactly the right size and shape and orientation, and you can do all of that sort of stuff without having to use any crafting materials whatsoever. And then once you've got it exactly how you want it, you add the crafting materials to it until it's finished. That to me seems like a really good way of doing base building, because you can add to it gradually over time rather than having to have all the materials that you need all in one go and then build it. Especially in this game where you have to have all the materials all in one go, then you have to build the thing, and if you make it wrong, or if you put it in the wrong place, or if something goes wrong and you misclick, or you, I don't know, you put it somewhere you don't actually want it, you only get some of the materials cost back again. Like, that is not a good way of doing base building, in my opinion. It makes much more sense to, if that's the way you're going to do, where you have to have all the materials at once, you should then get all the materials back if you make a mistake and you need to move whatever it is that you've built. Whereas this game, it does not do that. This game is quite punishing when it comes to that sort of thing. Right. Should we let's take a food and a water with us, and then we can take them. We can have that on the move. It occurred to me when I said that it's usual for deconstruction to only use half the mats. I think I was thinking of like city builders, like Anno and City Skylines. Right. Yeah, it's slightly different. I'm not building a city. But yeah, no. But yeah, I know that there are some games that do that. I forget exactly which ones, but I know there are definitely a lot of games out there that do that sort of thing. And you know, if that's how they want to do things, then that's fair enough. But also, I don't think it's the best course of action. It's not how I think those sort of games can be done. Yeah, no, I get that as well, QD. Like, if you've got a chest full of wood, why do I have to then go back to that chest to pick up all the wood to build it? Why can't you just let me build using the stuff that's in that chest? Yeah, but yeah, that would be a quality of life thing, I think, more than anything else. I guess they don't want to make it too easy for you. If that would be making things easy.
These look like tail sections. There are declared cargo holds inside for transporting synthetic beef, milk, and plant food. There might be something useful here. A fully functional farm for synthesizing beef. However, the declaration mentions only the transportation of goods. There is no data about any research conducted on the liner unnamed, but it seems that apart from transporting food, they also did some biological experiments in these sections. What a strange place, but maybe we can find something useful here. Looks like an undamaged cargo section with dairy products. Special containers with cooling gel are used for transporting milk. The gel is ideal for reducing the core's activity. What's left to do is to find the emergency unloading lever, get inside the section, pump out the cooling gel, and launch it into the liner. A piece of cake!
I wasn't listening to anything that he just said.
This may come in handy if you calibrate it correctly.
Cool, we got the soil analyzer, which would have cost us a really huge amount of resources if we'd researched it. But seeing as we didn't research it, it didn't cost us anything. That's lucky. Isn't that lucky?
Turret nearby.
Isn't that lucky? So yeah, so although we've got a research thing, unless the game actually tells me to research something, I'm not gonna research anything.
Bioglue is the basis of a synthetic organism. The composition is too complex for homebrew reproduction.
Oh, okay.
Biologists tried to make synthetic cows adaptable to independent growth and grazing, and therefore jelly-like specimens without any bone structure did not do well.
Cool. I like finding steak. What? Hello, cow. Just a cow floating in space. You know.
It's strange that this section is protected with weapons, seeing that the dairy products don't cost much.
Yep. Right, let's see if we can find the switches. The switches for these bitches. No, I can't. Hang on. There's a coffin. There's a coffin. Let's get the coffin. Oh, it's empty. Shit. Is there any way inside? No. Ow. 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 Stop it. Oh, the switches are literally right next to them. Great. Great. Okay. Let's put the first aid kit on the action bar then, because we might need it. No, switch off, switch off. Stop moving, switch off. Okay, good. Fuck's sake.
You lie again. You are here. That means death was impossible. Tell truth. Confirm.
The grabber is so I don't cut my suit, yeah, when I'm picking up the glass. Oh, yeah. No Man's Sky, yeah. Because it's just one tool. It's like, just, it does everything, essentially. It's great. Anyway, these are the coffin robots that I've been mentioning, by the way. Because at the beginning of the game, you kind of get captured by these guys, and yeah, they're like gangsters, and you're having to recount what happened. Yep, coffin robots. Yep. Right, whereabouts? I don't know whereabouts we are in the game now. Oh, we're not too far from where we just were, from what I can tell. Oh, what's going on with the frames, though? Game. Okay, that's the actual game this time. Just doing that. Oh, frames, game, frames. There you go. It's fine now. It's fine. With the humor in this game, I'm surprised they aren't coffin robots too. Well, at the beginning of the game, you can decide whether or not because the guy's got a cigarette, so even though he's a robot, so you can decide whether or not you want the cigarettes in the game or if you want to censor them. And I was like, well, I don't really care, but I'd be interested to see what they censor them with, knowing that there's like a silly amount of humor in this game. So I was like, well, let's go with that, and let's censor them, and see what it gives us instead. So they all have carrots now, and you'll find packs of filtered carrots around, dotted about, and carrot stubs, or carrot butts, if you like, dotted about. So I was like, oh, okay, cool. Right, let's get some oxygen from here. Let's do a drinky. There we go. Once we get refilled on oxygen, we can head out. There we go. And off we go again. Right, so now we need to grab all that stuff again. Actually, do you know what? Before we do that, let's go and turn off the...
Look like tail sections. There are declared cargo holds inside for transporting synthetic
let's get rid of the...
There might be something useful here. Probably the turret. Be careful. Looks like an undamaged cargo section with dairy products. Special containers with cooling.
Let's do a save.
gel are used for transporting milk. The gel is ideal for reducing the core's activity. What's left to do is to find the emergency unloading lever, get inside the section, pump out the cooling gel, and launch it into the liner. Piece of cake! A modern
Okay,
space
and
greenhouse.
go.
It's used on planets unsuitable for agriculture. It's useless for the liner and takes up a lot of space.
Oh, and send off. Good.
Scientific
Ow.
purposes.
Ow.
It's strange that this section is protected with weapons, seeing that the dairy products don't cost much.
Cool. Whew. Whew. There we go. That went better. I didn't fly about all over the place that time. Cool. Right. Right, let's go back over here and grab the thing that was over here. What is...
This is the first time I've seen a spacesuit designed for a cow. Usually they don't keep animals in open space, even synthetic ones. Although your chicken triggers some questions.
Cool. I got the shepherd achievement.
What a strange place. But maybe we can find something useful here.
Right, where's my grabber? Oh, for fuck's sake. Fine. Fine. I need another grabber, apparently.
This may come in handy.
Do I really not have one? Oh no, I have got one. I'm just being a dum-dum. I'm just doing a dum-dum. Don't worry. I'm being a dum-dum. Okay.
A fully functional farm for synthesizing beef. However, the declaration mentions only the transportation of goods. There is no data about any research conducted on the liner unnamed, but it seems that apart from transporting food, they also did some biological experiments in these sections. Bioglue is the basis of a synthetic organism. The composition is too complex for homebrew reproduction. Biologists tried to make synthetic cows adaptable to independent growth and grazing, and therefore jelly-like specimens without any bone structure did not do well.
Okay, so we've got steak now. I don't know if this is actually a legit thing that can actually eat or not, but we've got some steak. I mean, it's got to be better than the goo, right? It seems like some of the synthetic cows were less fortunate, otherwise this meat wouldn't be flying around without a package. If you defrost and fry it, you will have something to eat. Yeah, it's probably better than the goo that we've been eating, so I'll take it. You do not have a spacesuit, cow. Get out of here. Okay. So we got rid of the turrets. How do we get in here? Something underneath?
The doors are locked. These locks can only be opened with a special tool from outside. Or, alternatively, they can be broken. You are good at doing that.
I am good at doing that. Is that what these are? Right, we need explosives for that. Gotcha. Okay. Right, so we're going to have to come back with some explosives for that. Gotcha. Okay. Is there anything in any of these? This looks like it's just more of the more stuff for the beef stuff things. That doesn't make any sense. But it's more of that. By the looks.
Attention smuggler. Despite the FDA's requirements of using only synthetic meat products, its composition says natural meat, but doesn't state what kind of meat exactly. It's better not to analyze it.
Well, now I need to go and find out, don't I? A frozen dumpling. It's impossible to chew on it, and there's no place you can cook it in space. Well, I'm going to take it anyway. Oh, it looks like he's been... Oh. Oh.
You can relax. Despite what the package says, natural meat is not found in its composition. Someone was simply deceived.
Right, what else we got in here? Anything interesting? Not really. Not really. Anything else? What's this? This kitchenware is useless in space. It's probably handmade. Great, I'll take it. I love useless stuff in this game. Okay, so we need to get some explosives and then we can head back up there. But until we have explosives, we cannot do anything else up there from what I can tell. I appreciate the look. I appreciate the look. So it's day 30 tomorrow. 30 days of streaming. Can you believe it? And do you know what? I think I'm doing better this time than I've done in the past. So I feel like my stream quality is generally better. My audio quality is generally better. 30 days of Matt, absolutely. Come tomorrow, be my 30th day of streaming. Not in a row, because obviously I take weekends off, but 30 days in total. So I've probably got that Twitch achievement of streaming on the various different days. I forget what it is. I don't really care that much about the achievements. Right, so we need to make some explosives. Oh yeah, look, meat. So we just use this meat and then that creates a steak. And that gives us, wow, hunger 100. Holy moly. Holy moly. We don't need to eat that yet. So we can make a soil analyzer now. So we need that for the mayonnaise. But we want to make some explosives. This one. A battery, wire, 2 cans of beef, and some electronics. Nope. Nope. I'm going to put all this meat in here, though. And the synthetic manure. Can of beef. Can I make cans of beef? Or do I have to go out and find it? I'm not sure. Wiring, electronics. I can't remember. Doesn't look like I can. Doesn't look like I can make cans of beef. So it will literally just be a case of going out and finding it. Oh, I need a battery as well. Because I can only, at this point, I can only make one. And I'm going to need two, I think. So I'm going to need to try and find another can of beef from somewhere. I can make beef grenades. I need a can of beef. Okay. If I take the other pieces that I need, so if I take the battery, the wire, and the electronics with me, I can probably go and find another can of beef, and then use that other, use that one over there, use the processor over there to do the thing. Right. Let's see. Okay. No, we've just opened that one. This one. Electronics, wire, and then a battery. Yeah. That's right. And then we just need one more can of beef. If that's right. I believe so. Yes. Okay, good. We need to eat and drink. No, this one. Here we go. Oh, did I put two in there? There we go. Oh, and we've got these discharge cells. We don't need to be carrying them around. I'll put them in there for the moment. Cool. Okay, so we go back, we grab a can of beef, then we go and make some more explosives. And then we can do a big bada boom. Big bada boom. Actually, we might find a can of beef over here. Because I know that there was beefy stuff going on over here. I don't know if we'll get any cans of beef though. Maybe? Oh, that looks like one. That looks like a can of beef. That looks like a can of beef. Would be nice if we could make our own cans of beef. But I guess there is a reason we can't. I'm not sure what that reason is, but I'm sure there is a reason. Yeah, I don't think there's any other cans of beef around here. I think that's it. You look like a can of beef, big beefy boy. Thanks, I guess. Thanks? Is that a thanks? Thanks? Big beefy boy. I'll have you know I've actually lost weight. I'm less beefy. It's a thanks. Okay, good. Speaking of which, it's going to be my weigh-in weekend this weekend coming. See if I've lost any more weight. Because I put on a lot over the lockdown of last year. So yeah, it'll be my weigh-in weekend this weekend. I do it once every 2 weeks. Because I feel like you're more likely to see a change if you do it once every 2 weeks rather than once every week. Right. More explosives. Heck yeah. So I'm hoping that I'll have lost a little bit more weight I'm hoping, I'm aiming for like, well, I'm not aiming. I'd really like to have lost like another £4. Because if I can lose another £4, that means I've lost an entire stone since I've started. Which, for those that don't know, that's £14. Because I think that would be pretty cool. Did I see a place to get resin and some more things? Right, let's jump off real quick. Let's go grab this resin. While it's here and while we can. Right, there was a bunch of cans of meat. Can of beef. Can of beef. Any other cans of beef? That is not a can of beef. Cans of beef? Any cans of beef? Oh, that looks like a can of beef. Oh, no, that's just metal. Okay, that'll do. We've got some extras. Let's have a look. Apparently the latest recommendation is to weigh more often, like every day, so you can see the curve. If you do it less regularly, you might happen to weigh in on a fat day or a skinny day, and it's less accurate of the trend. Yeah, I mean, I guess. But like, you could weigh yourself every day and not see anything. Not see any change whatsoever. And then all of a sudden, it all happens at once. Do they just explode on their own? Oh. They do. I'm glad I moved away. Okay, how do I get in now? How do I... Now that do I have to do the one on this side as well? I really hope it's just these two. And there's not... Oh, there is a countdown timer. I didn't notice. There's another one, isn't there? Shit. There's another one there. And there's another one there. Fuck. Oh shit, we're gonna die. We're going to die. Because we didn't bring any oxygen candles with us. No, I was right there.
You lie again. You are here. That means death was impossible. Tell truth. Confirm.
Yeah, but you input data every day and then really look at it and assess every couple of weeks ago. So, yeah, I think I'm just going to stick with just doing it every couple of weeks, honestly. I think that's probably when I'm gonna do it. Oh man, this is really far back. We don't even have the cans of beef, or do we? Maybe we do have the cans of beef, but we need more cans of beef than I thought we needed. So at least we know that much, I guess. But still, that's kind of annoying. Okay, look, we're it's just gone 1 o'clock. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do an eat on here, and then I'm gonna do a drink on here, and then we'll come back. We'll do a save. We'll come back tomorrow, and we'll get enough explosives. We'll get enough explosives. I'll tell you what. Before we go, let's make sure that I've got some oxygen candles. There we go. Now we've got some oxygen candles. Now I'll save it. There we go. Right. Yes. And we'll come back tomorrow, and we'll do that properly tomorrow. We'll try and get enough cans of beef to make 4 lots of explosives, so that we can actually finish doing that section. Then we need to make an analyzer, and then we can go back to where all the mayonnaise and stuff is. So yeah. But now I've got some oxygen candles with me. Hopefully we won't have that issue again, because that was pretty dumb on my part. Tomorrow, seeing as it's 30 days of stream, I might do a cheeky afternoon stream. I'll see how I feel. But I might do a cheeky afternoon stream, and oh my god, my frames are dropping like crazy just because we're in this stupid area. Hang on, let me take you out. Let me take you out of here. Can we just go and stand in the airlock? We don't seem to get the frames drops in the airlock as much. Yeah, see, now we're out here, it's fine. No? Still a little bit of lag? Still this weird... Okay, look. If I look over here, it's fine. But as soon as I look at the base... I don't... Why... I don't know why it's doing it, but that's just the game. That's not my internet. It's not necessarily my computer, but maybe, and it's not OBS. So we know it's just because that is built there. And an additional afternoon stream, or instead of the morning? No, an additional one. So yeah, so I'm thinking. I think I'll discuss it tomorrow, but I'll see how I feel. But I'd like to do a few more afternoon streams, just because a lot of the time we finish a stream this sort of time. I've got like 9 or 10 viewers. It would be nice to then be able to raid into someone that I know, and then sort of continue that kind of viewership onto somebody else. Whereas quite often, if I go on Twitch now, I can almost guarantee that the majority of the people that I watch or that I follow are not streaming right now. Oh, there you go. Someone is streaming. Okay. A friend, one of my friends who is a streamer, his brother is also streaming now as well, and he's been streaming for a little while. So he's streaming some Overwatch. So we're gonna go and say hello to him. We're gonna go and do that. Let me just check that he is actually live and stuff. Yeah. Looks like he's all live and everything's working. Doesn't look like he's about to finish up, because that's one of those things where you like stream into somebody and then they stop streaming. Okay, so we'll do that. This guy, yeah. So we're gonna go and say hello to him and see how he's doing and share the love a little bit. And I'll be back tomorrow in the morning, and then we'll talk about whether or not we want to do an afternoon stream. If we do an afternoon stream, it won't be Breathedge. It'll be something else. We'll play something else instead. I don't know what, but we'll play something else. Maybe some GeoGuessr. maybe. I kind of like that. Anyway, thank you very much for hanging out with me today. Thank you for all the lurks. Thank you for all the chats and stuff, except for this chats about musicals, because that was you guys. I wasn't really involved in that. But thanks very much for hanging out with me today. I do appreciate it. I need to stop hitting the microphone because that's really bad. Geo, I love some Geo. Cool. So yeah, so maybe we'll do an afternoon Geo guest stream. We'll see. I'll see if I can get something set up. So yeah, thank you very much for hanging out with me today, and I will see you tomorrow. Love you lots. And don't forget, be good, and if you can't be good, be careful.